Hello, my name is Ilona. Today is Tuesday, December 13th, 2022. And I got messages sent to me about Flynn. Apparently in a meeting with other patriots, he said that certain letter of the alphabet is actually part of a psychological operation and a part of the certain agency that starts with a C. They have an I and they have an A in there. And so everything that comes out of that is basically not true. I've watched first part of a video from On the Fringe. I will post that on Telegram. I didn't see the entire video. I just don't have the time for that. But I watched the part about Flynn and he was gut punched by that. Although he was very open. Maybe it is true, maybe it isn't true. We'll just have to wait and see and make up our own minds and our own decisions. To me, it felt immediately like dark energies. I'm not going to take a look at Flynn. I know there are a lot of people. Some say he is white hat and he's purposely spreading around misinformation, or that he is a dark hat and infiltrated the white hats, or maybe he's a gray hat and he had certain techniques proceedings on him. I'm not so sure. I'm not going to look at him. I'm going to look at the message. So where is this message coming from? What is the intention with this message? It felt like the dark energies somehow placed it there. And of course, it was a possibility. It could be from the white hats to confuse the dark energies. I'm not sure about that, but my first feeling was that. And I, of course, got cards on that. If you want to see me shoveling the cards, you can see that in Dutch video. The first card I got was the 10 of Cups. The central card is the 10 of Wands. In the past, we have the King of Cups. Underneath the 10 of Wands, we have the 7 of Swords. And in the near future, we have the High Priest and the Page of Pentacles. So to me, this feels this is dark energies. So I'm not going to say how this got through Flynn. I'm just going to leave it at this. But this energy is meant to confuse people. To, create chaos, desperation, of course, because if that's not true, then are the white hats real? And if the white hats aren't real, then really, how are we going to clean this up? I also mentioned in a video I did about the arrests that were happening in Germany. There was an article from Zero Hedge that mentioned that really it has no point just to take over government buildings because you do not have the power of that country. You do need the military to back you up, or at least have a group that can back you up. Even if everyone here in the Netherlands would get up and says, you know what, we're not accepting this anymore. But other countries around us are still under the influence of dark energies. We're not going to get very far. So I understand that if this is, to me, it feels like the white hats are there. I have no doubt in my mind about that. But especially with these messages that are coming out, they are meant to discourage people, especially because a lot of people were coming together. We have a lot of people, like-minded people, that really want to create this new world, starting to work with their energies. Very important that the focus is on our inner energies, because we start working with that, we're going to see it in the reality around us. We are spiritual beings in a human experience. So if we change inside, if we work with our energies, we'll see it on the outside. If we clean up things inside of ourselves, we're going to clean up outside of ourselves. People will start to react to that. So to me, I see the white hats as an extension of the waking up process, of people starting to use their powers with awareness, starting to create this new energy. So to me, this feels like the white hats are the ones picking that up, and basically we are all white hats. Everyone that is creating this new world, working with their energies, are part of the white hats. Because I personally do not see myself cleaning up tunnels. I have no idea how to do that. And of course, if you do stand up, if an entire country, at the moment now in Brazil, they're standing up, and if I'm not mistaken, the corrupt system now got the president there. The Lula is now, I think, installed. That doesn't mean very much because, of course, before the military can truly step in, he needs to be installed. You know, if you really want to, if I'm not mistaken, things need to happen before they can step in as well. But the people there are so many people standing up, but you cannot overthrow all these puppets. You need help from the military for that. So I truly do believe that there are military working for humanity. But of course, the dark energies want you to believe that they are not there, because then you will despair. Then you will lose hope, because how are you going to clean this all up if there's no one, no group of people you can count on? Because let's face it, like I've mentioned before, if we all stand up, we don't know all the dark puppets. We don't know who is where. Here in the Netherlands, we have provinces, we have city councils. Of course, you have in other countries as well. They are everywhere. They've infiltrated everything. So to clean that up, you need to know. So there's a possibility if everybody would rise, for instance, here in the Netherlands, and we would overthrow Mark Rutte, you know, everyone there, we would just, then other puppets could come in and take over, because most of us do not know exactly who works where. At least I don't know everyone. Most of the people, of course, now there in The Hague usually have some dark energies there, but it's very difficult. You do need like an organization like the military with all the intelligence they have and all the information they have to figure out what's really truly going on, who is on what side. So this message to me feels like, you know, they're trying to confuse people. This is misinformation. It's purposely done from the dark energies to make sure that people will feel like, well, this, you know, getting desperate. How are we going to do this? How are we going to stand up? The man in the video, I'm not sure what his name is, but he's called On the Fringe, actually mentioned maybe it is getting off the couch. That's a way of doing that. But let's face it, if I even look at myself right now, the things I'm doing already, I'm not sure what else I could be doing. I'm already making videos. I help people with readings. I speak out about where I stand. Everyone in my family knows where I stand. Everyone that knows me knows where I stand. And of course, I work with my energies. I work with my shadow sides, which is very, very important, because it is about the energy. This is a spiritual war, and that's how we're going to win this thing. It's about changing things inside of ourselves. Even if, you know, you just focus on outside, you think you're going to change things. If the energy doesn't change, we're still stuck with the same energies. So to me, this message is really about misinformation, creating chaos. It feels like dark energies to me, so I'm just going to leave it at that. That this is really about, because so many people are stepping out. Mr. T, of course, is mentioning the ladder more and more. We have Elon mentioning things on Twitter about the ladder. So it's almost like the dark energies are trying to fight back, kind of like, oh, we're losing control. We might, you know, they're trying to get away with it, but it's not working and they are losing control. This just to me feels like, make a choice. Make a choice for yourself what you truly believe in and feel it inside. It's now the time to follow your own compass. What do you believe in? What resonates with you? How do you want to, you know, take care of your energy? Where do you want to focus on? And I truly believe the white hats are working. They're doing their part. I'm doing my part. So I'm not sitting back waiting on the couch. I'm doing the things I need to do. And I know a lot of people in this community are doing the things they need to do and working with their energies and working with their shadow sides and following their compass, because that's what this is about. So information like this is an information war. Take your stand and follow that path. Follow that. So if you are, you know, if you believe Flynn, then follow that direction. And if you do not and believe that the letter is very genuine, then follow that path and just see where it takes you. But trust your own feeling, trust your own intuition and your connection with God. The second thing I want to take a look at is about the animals. And apparently the World Economic Forum wants to kind of get rid of pet cats and dogs to fight climate change. Our pets are part of the climate problem, and these tips can help, and they have all kinds of tips. It's just kind of ridiculous if you think about this. And there's also CNN has really jumped on that wagon and actually released an article as well. Our pets are part of the climate problem. And again, these tips can help. And the tips are that you should look at your dogs. Most dogs are, they eat meat. So you should change that. And they are even suggesting insect-based pet foods. Interesting. And more things that maybe it is time to change your pets. So they are actually promoting snakes, turtles, and reptiles because they have a really low impact. And also, maybe you can even recommend, there is apparently someone recommending flushing pet poop straight down the toilet. So if you're taking your dog out, you should just take something with you, shuffle or something, pick up the poop, take it back home, and then throw it in the toilet. This is just getting insane, but I think that's exactly the point. But I also want to mention, there are people sending me these messages. They really want to get rid of pets, and how is this possible? Their really true agenda is transhumanism. They want us in a hive. They want us like cyborgs. They want to control what we think, what we feel, that we do not own a car, we do not own a house, you own nothing and you'd be happy because they'd be the one pushing the buttons for certain feelings with all kinds of chemicals because they want to be completely hooked up inside of us, literally taking over. So of course then you don't have pets. They are not part of their agenda. So this isn't strange at all. They want to get rid of them because they're biological. They don't want anything biological. They want things to be non-biological, to be very honest. They want to control humans completely. They want us hooked up to some kind of hive mind. They want us fused with all kinds of technology. They want us completely taken over. So pets are not part of that. So this is really to show people. And the cards I got was the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, that's the central card. We have the Five of Pentacles in the past. We have the Nine of Swords underneath the central card. And the Judgment and the Moon. And to me, this is about waking up. This is about waking up, people, fully understanding what the true agenda is. And it's frightening if you think about this. Really, they want to take us over completely, hooking us up into this hive mind like the Borg. They don't want us to have pets. The Borg don't have pets. It's not part of their environment. So this is a chance to fully understand what's going on. And to see through our fears and to truly see what's going on. Because the moon is also about confusion and about triggering fears, unconscious fears. Because that's what they work on. They want to, in a way, this is meant to wake up people to really open their eyes what's going on. They, of course, show this as, this is for climate change. They always got some good agenda ahead of this to, have people do awful things because it's in a better interest. Because entire thing about climate, let's face it, it's really just about control. That's what this is about. And people need to see through that and understand that this is about control. We don't have to fear anything in the climate. That's what they want, so they can control us. But this is about waking up. This entire article, it's about waking up. We're not going to let this happen. Animals are very important, and we're going to a new world where there is harmony between us, just harmony with our nature, with animals. We will be treating them the right way, in a balanced, harmonious way. There will be connections with animals. They are so important. We're not going to let this happen, but this is about waking up and understanding the true agenda, what they truly want. I'd like to leave it at this and hope to see you in another video. Bye.